And welcome back to Capital Talk. All this week on the bench, it's going to be all about where are they now at this point in our history with less than 4 months to the next general election. Let's look at the landscape with some voices you may not have been hearing the last few months, but they are there and they are needed. That's why we have them on, especially my guest today to kick it off. 3 letters, PLO, 2 words. Sit back. Voices of Reason, PLO.
Voices
where are they?
of reason. The voices of reason in this country have never been silent. And as I said before, Jeff, for the moment, even if they speak in the purest of tones, their voices will not be given the oxygen of publicity. The newspapers do not think that issues that are reasonable are sellable. The electronic media is slow to attract these voices of reason. The voices of reason are therefore recoiling into their little cocoons and beginning to do their things, almost beginning to think that the country is beyond salvation. But that is a luxury that we cannot afford for this generation and generations yet to be born.
Yeah.
And I can't agree with you more that perhaps time has come that these voices of reason must begin to congregate. However, the tragedy is that it's normally easier for the children of darkness to unite than for the children of light to unite.
This is true.
But I am urging them, come out. It may be frustrating, you may not even be heard, particularly if you don't play the ethnic card. The greatest mistake that we have made in this country is that we have made ethnicity the alpha and omega of all our arguments. Education is not complete until you ask, does it benefit tribe A? Employment is not complete until you say it benefits the Kikuyu or the Kamba or the Luo or Kikuyu or other tribes. In other words, nobody, and if there are very few, speak about Kenya. Listen to some of the individuals who are in the political platform. In their unguarded moments, what they speak about is their ethnic group and how to acquire power. What they want to do with power, they never tell you. And this sells very well to the electorate. So there is a sense in which while we blame the windmill, we must also blame the wind. The wind are the people, the windmill are those who present themselves for leadership.
And yet, PLO, we are pretty educated people as a people. Kenyans, we're pretty literate as a people. How are those leaders, how is the Pied Piper able to convince the people to follow him the way they do?
You know, the great Hindu nationalist called C.J. Rajagopalachari says that if education does not enter your mind and heart and change the way you think and your worldview, there is no difference between that education and the shirt you wear in the morning and remove in the evening. Sometimes I suspect that education that we have received over the years is no different from the shirt that we wear in the morning and remove in the evening. It has not, in a manner of speaking, entered our hearts and minds and changed our worldview. How can it be that somebody can only believe that his or her safety lies with a Kikuyu president if he is a Kikuyu, or a Luo president if he is a Luo, or a Kamba president if he is a Kamba, or a Luhya president if he is a Luhya, or a Maasai president if he is a Maasai? Is it not the mind that is the standard of the man? Is that not why we see Europe and America moving by leaps and bounds? Because they stopped thinking about these narrow issues of ethnicity? Do they not appreciate that our ethnicity and our diversity is only a cultural mosaic to be enjoyed? But at the end of the day, it is the mind that is the standard of the man. That is the message, not the singer, that we should worry about. Unfortunately, these things that I say are so very true, yet so very unreal to your typical Kenyan, whether you are talking about a professor at the university or a herds boy in rural Kenya. When the chips are down on matters of politics, they read from the same page. The tribe is the animating factor.
Which is so sad, PLO, because it's going to drive this country backward when we're supposed to be moving towards Vision 2030. We're in the wrong gear. We've shifted gear. We're in reverse.
You know, I hear people saying that we can now see a light at the end of the tunnel. It could very well be a light at the end of the tunnel, but is it the rising of the sun or the headlights of an oncoming train? This is the question that we must ask. And remember that ethnicity is also broken down now, courtesy of the counties, to clans. So we are degenerating to what Europe experienced during the feudal stages, when the tribe and the clan were the major factors. How I wish that the media, how I wish that the political leadership that is on the political scene for the moment could market issues that affect this country, the unemployment that affects the youth, agriculture and feeding this nation, education, infrastructure, and the things that will make us leaders in East Africa. Today, when you have an unguarded conversation with our colleagues in East Africa, they say that one of the things they fear most about our country is the extent to which ethnicity has taken root and the extent to which corruption is accepted in this country. And they say that is the kind of contagious disease that they fear will afflict them if we come closer in the East African community. And these are things that ought to worry us. But they don't worry your typical politician. They only worry your typical politician when they are reading a prepared speech in a formal setting. But in their unguarded moments at a wedding, at a funeral, or in a rally, oh, they go back to the tribe, because that is what sells. And that is what, as I said earlier, they bring to the political mortgage market. The electorate is now being seen as some kind of voting machine, which you as a tribal leader carry on a bag and you bring to a hotel such as this one, and you say, yes, this is the collateral that I brought to the political mortgage market. Bring yours. Let us combine. We win the election and enjoy power, because power is to be enjoyed.
When did the rain start beating us, PLO? When did that happen? How did we go so wrong?
You know, the rain has been beating us. We have had episodes of enlightenment when we were seeking the removal of Article 2A to replace the single-party state. We were united as one nation. Because I could see the religious sector from Ufungamano not caring whether they were Hindus, Muslims, or Catholics. Their only vision was, we want Kenya. I saw the civil society. I saw certain elements within the political class saying Kenya needs to be saved. Once Article 2A was removed, we went back to Egypt, to our little ethnic cocoons. And for another 10 years, we waded through these and we looked for the Constitution. We looked for the Constitution until we were fatigued in the year 2010, and we voted in a new constitutional dispensation. And we think that a new constitution